Wow. He really did make a new intro, didn't he? Alright, that was cool. I like that. Hello, everybody on YouTube. It's your boy, the Memphis XLR8, coming back at you with an episode of Check This Out. We're taking a look today at a nice little fun suggestion today. Something a bit unique, something a little bit unexpected. We're taking a look at sharks, just in time for Shark Week. I'm a day late on Shark Week, but we're taking a look at sharks for rank 3. Now, most people know the rank 4 sharks are the more popular bunch, but that's all about Throg Turbo. No, this is all about sharks, more sharks, and some other things that aren't quite sharks, but you know, we got sharks in here, and we got some rank 3s, and we're going to be going into EDO Pro. We're going to show this deck off, try out some combos and things that, you know, more of a casual sort of deck, but it still works the way we want it to work. And we're going to summon sharks no matter what we do. So, real quick, let's go over the list we're going to be using today, and then get right into the duels. So far, our main deck today, we got 3 copies of the Hammer Shark, 3 copies of Big Old Jaws, 3 copies of Nemesis Umbrella, 3 copies of the Left-Handed Shark, 2 copies of the Gluttonous Gluttonous, 3 copies of Shark Stickers, 3 copies of the Beautiful Princess. We have a copy of 1 for 1, a couple copies of Surface. We have Rank Up Magic for a Spicy Tech card, 2 copies of Fury of Kairyu-Shin, 3 of the new Moray of Avarice, the most horrifying artwork of a card I've seen in a while, 2 copies of Aquarium Stage, 3 copies of Torrential Tribute, 3 Summoning Limit, 3 Oh Fish! As a nice little card that combos well with what we're trying to do. As to the extra deck, we have things like a Masquerena, Abyss Keeper, Area the Water Charmer, a Nightmare Unicorn. We have number 71, the Rebarian Shark, a Shark Caesar, Super Quantum Mecha Beast Grampulse, one number 17, Leviathan Dragon, number 47, Nightmarish Shark. We have Black Ray Lancer and Full Armored Black Ray Lancer. We have 101, Silent Honor Arc and his Chaos variant, mostly for rank up magic, but we can hard make this on rare occasion. We have level 4s. We also have a couple of synchros because we have tuners. We have Coral Dragon and a Dolphin because why not have a Dolphin in there? Now, as for the side deck today, Bubble Bringer. This was just something I was experimenting with. It just protects you from high-level monsters attacking directly. We have a whole bunch of level 3 monsters, so this works in that respect, but it is more of just a tiki card I was thinking about. More importantly, you have another Aquarium Stage if you feel like you want to keep your monsters protected from battle more often. You have Salvage if you want any sort of recovery. Just get back a couple of your shock stickers, things like that. Torpedo Takedown is an interesting card for doing burn damage, but your opponent has to have cards in their hand, so it really... Alright, it's more about the cards in your hand, but, you know, we use up our hand so often, it's not really worth it with Torpedo Takedown, but if you want to check in one over, like, anything, you could do that. There's also things like Aqua Jet for a permanent 1,000 points onto any of your fish or sea serpents or aquas, which is most of the deck. We have things like Magic Planter. If you feel like you're using, you know, Summon Limit too often, if it's inhibiting your plays, if you feel like you need other floodgates like Warlords or whatever, I would recommend Magic Planter to get rid of the floodgates when you don't need them, draw 2 cards, and possibly draw into more floodgates, things like that. Depends on how you want to play the game. There's also the Shark Carrier Arrow Shark. If you want to do some burn, we do banish our cards every now and again. So there is some use to this thing, but we don't really banish enough to make a big payoff out of it. Double A Zeus is here because, you know, it's good against the battle, but I didn't want to use it because it's very much against the theme today. If you want to put in a level 9 Synchro, we do have the potential to make level 9 Synchros. Not as much good for the payoff of doing so, but you have things like Croca Dragon for a couple draws. You have Shen Shen if you want to, you know, get rid of the grave. And Quarian Quandrax is here because we do have 2 tuners. We do have 2 of them boys. You could do that, or Trishula, or what have you. Last thing to mention are, of course, Cutter Shark and Lantern Shark, which are phenomenal for, you know, just turboing out monsters and making exceeds. And they can be used as rank 3s, or 4s, or 5s for that matter. However, that's more it's so obvious for the rank 4 focused builds of sharks that I wanted to try something different. You know, plus Cutter Shark doesn't work on the other level 3s in this deck, and so I really wanted to try something else. But you could fully well put in 3 Cutters and 3 Lantern Sharks, or at the very least 3 copies of Lantern Shark, because then you can summon out a fish from your hand. And he, again, treats himself as a level 3, so that is a possibility. So, there's the deck we've got today, everybody. We're going to be taking it out now into yugioh Pro, showing it off, showing you how it works, and hopefully we'll get to show off all the neat little things this school of fish can do. Alright, here our first opponent. Another day, another card game. We do want to try and go first as often as we can. We do not have a good going second formation, and this opening hand is actually pretty beefy. Pretty stacked. I have to say, this is like one of the better hands we can get, and unfortunately, yugioh Pro is being slow today, but we will sally forth. So we're going to summon forth. I don't have any in my draw or anything, but I do have a Princess. If yugioh Pro would like to work today. Sometimes she don't want to work yugioh Pro. But we have our hand. If the game's going to crash, I'll just explain what we're going to do. We're going to summon out the Beautiful Princess. You know, when she's summoned, I can banish her, summon a low-level fish from the hand, and even better for us right now is that we have shark stickers in our hand. Now, shark stickers is very important, because when I summon a fish, I can summon it from my hand, and since this is an activated thing, it'll stop any ash blossoming. I don't need to be hit with ash blossom if I can help it. And since we don't need hammer shark at the moment, we're going to go for left-handed shark, actually. We have many things, and I also have the umbrella. This is very useful. And I could use it now, but I kind of want to save it for later. So we're going to save that for later. So we're going to summon a Rebarian Shark as our start-em-up boy, rank 3 monster. Hey, there's our rank 3 of the day. If he leaves the board for whatever reason, I can stack the 7th one on top of my deck. And you know what? We might as well do that right now. Let's use the umbrella in our hand. We're going to shuffle back our banished Beautiful Princess. Bring this out. And then we can just link off into whomever we desire. So we're going to go ahead for area. That'll activate my Rebarian Shark. And Boomakachu next turn, I'll have a big old beat stick. So that'll be our first turn, and like you just saw, this is not a deck that does a giant combo or anything. That was one of our longer combos there. You know, if I had a hand with like hammer sharks in it and things like that, it could go a little longer. But ultimately, this deck is about making a couple rank 3s, doing some beatdown with those, or on occasion, we make the Rebarian Shark, and then we just go for the 7th one because it's funny to do. And really, that's what we're going to be trying to do today. You know, sometimes you don't need to do the big combo. Sometimes you just need a deck that feels good to try and play, you know? It's a challenge, you know, because most people see sharks, they see the level 4s. The level 4s are really powerful. But, like, you're going to do first turn with a rank 4 shark is make totally awesome. Totally awesome is not a shark. There is no such thing as... Actually, is there a toad shark? I want to say that there is such a thing as a toad shark. I have never heard of a toad shark before, but I feel like that's like one of the smaller sharks out in the world somewhere, but it's not a shark in this game, therefore, it's not sharky enough. We made ourselves sharks, okay? Look at this man. You cannot tell me that this is not a shark. This clearly has the teeth and the fins, and whatever the things on him is. Like, are those fins? I never asked about the artwork on this guy. Are these fins? I presume this is some sort of weird fin. Or like a set of fins. I don't know how this helps this shark live, but it's a shark. I summoned a shark. This guy's kind of like a shark. This is more of like one of those sucker fish. They sit on the sharks and like eat their scraps, but it's got shark in the name. So you can say we did summon sharks. That's the idea of the day. We're a rank 3 shark deck. I've got area, I've got my rank up magic come. My opponent has no idea what to do. He's one of the meta boys. See, you can't see it right now. If I can just grab my thing. Yeah, meta player. He's a meta player, and he's looking at my deck being like, what on earth do I have to deal with here? So, my opponent, he's going to be thinking a bit. I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead a little bit, because I feel like this guy could, he could take us a few minutes. Who knows? That and EDO Pro might crash at some point. But at the very least, you get to see what our deck is trying to do, like a good maybe 50% of the time, maybe 40% of the time. But if he does something, I'll be back, and I'll show you, the other stuff we do. Alrighty, so my opponent has finally made a move. Automata. So this is one of those Utopia decks, I see. A powerful bunch, that is for sure. I do, however, think that I should be able to out this fairly easily because I've got the summon limit. 99% of the time when I play Yu-Gi-Oh, I do not like floodgates. I feel like floodgates just aren't fun, and they don't really advance your plays, and my opponent's gonna, he's gonna lose connection because of this connection thing, but, yeah, once I play Summon Limit, there's really nothing he could have done. He can't go for his Exceed plays anymore. I had a big old Exceed dropping next turn that could have absorbed his monsters. Okay, I was gonna win that duel, but what I'm trying to say is, floodgates aren't fun, but in this one instance, this is one of those decks where because our pool is so niche, and there's not like a huge amount we can do with it, I feel the need to just like a little floodgate. Not a big one, just a little one. It's a manageable one. It ain't Mystic Mine. Alright, well, there's a win, kind of, sort of, against a Utopia build. Which, again, this just completely stops Utopia, but we got to show off a little bit what this deck can do. Let's go for duel number 2. Hopefully show off a bit more of what this deck can do, more of the longer things, some more of the Exceeds, not just Rebellion Shark Turbo. So let's see what we can get on there. Alright, second opponent. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go do it again. We do not get to pick to go first. A little unfortunate, but this opening hand is... Oh no, it's Windwitches. That's not good. That's not good, because Windwitches do, like, one thing. Oh, wait, no, he didn't actually get the combo. Perfect. We can totally kick his ass now. Alrighty, so reminding myself... Has to be in the graveyard. Okay, so that doesn't do me any good. I do have the Gluttonous Boy. He is a tuner. He's a level 3 tuner. He's a fish. He can revive stuff in the grave if my opponent has a certain number of cards in the hand, but in this modern game, that really doesn't apply for much. Not for much. Let's go for Big Jaws. He's a shark. Look at this boy. He's a big old shark. So we're going to attack the glass spell with this. Big Jaws, he's an interesting monster. When he battles, after battle phase, he actually banishes himself. Which is a weird effect. It's a very weird effect. But it is what it is. So, do I want to even summon anything? I kind of do. So we're going to put back the Jaws. If I had my own fish, I would have left that guy there. But, in this case, I'll have my umbrella. I've got something. It ain't much of something, but it's something. I've got Torrential, and I've got Kairyushin. So once he goes for his big old combo, if he can manage it this time. Maybe he clearly didn't do it last time. Who knows? I'm trying to remember how big the Windwitches are. They're not really beefy monsters. They're fairly small monsters. So he's going to summon both of these. And both of those will activate. I'm going to wait for him to summon the glass ball, and then I will Torrential. And if he somehow, if he can stop Torrential by some means, then I can hit him with the summon limit and stop him from summoning more things. That's the hope and the dream, people. So let's go for Torrential Tribute. Just wipe the board. And no, we're good in that respect. We'll banish Kairyushin so we don't destroy ourselves. Nice little tech there, Furia Kairyushin. I just destroy everything with Torrential, but my water monsters are safe. Oh, hey. Another one. But I can't protect myself this time, so this will be an emergency card. Let's summon out the Ravenous Boy. Or the Gluttonous Boy, whatever the hell your name is. Gluttonous Reptolfin Griefus. That's your name. And I could make another rank 3. I do want to do that, considering that's the idea of this deck. Remind me how the effect of Full Armored Lancer. Would be destroyed, detach all materials, this card destroys a monster, just target a spell trap, blow it up. That's not bad. I'm just thinking of, like, what is, let's see, 20, actually, I've got 2,500, let's do damage first. And then we will consider our extra deck options. So sometimes you just gotta leave the extra deck alone. Focus on the main deck. It is the main deck after all. It's not the side deck. It ain't the cards in your tin that you leave at the bottom of your bag. It's the main deck. Alright. So now that we've done this. I could try this again, because you know what? We'll do this. We'll make Rabarian Shock. You know, in the hope and the dream that y'all get to see some good old-fashioned rank-up magic action, I'll summon this boy out here, and we'll see what happens. So, we're not out of the woods yet. He still has Windwitches. I mean, all he needs is, like, 1 or 2 Windwitches to do stuff. That's the thing about Windwitches. Pank and spank. I should have known. That is unfortunate indeed. You know, I'm gonna let that go through. He wants me to do something. But I don't have to do anything. I'm gonna set this back on top of my deck. See, Pank and Spank can pop my Chaos 101 and all that good stuff. But he'll just come back. Possessed partnerships. I see. So what does this do? Summon a spellcaster. Control. Monsters 2 or more attributes. Destroy a face-up card on the field. So that doesn't do anything there. This card is summoned at a Windwitch. I see. Let's play Summon Limit. So he either blows up the Summon Limit, or he blows up my Torrential. Okay, he'll go after Summon Limit. Perfect. That works exactly the way I want it to go. Because he'll get his Ice Bell. Yeah, he'll get the Ice Bell. He'll summon the Ice Bell. Summon this card from the hand. This card's summon, inflict 500 damage. Okay, I'm fine with this. I can take your 500 tickles. I can do that all day. And you can summon out your Snow Globe. But, I had another one. And hey, another one. Windwitches. Alright. Well, this is not going the way I expected, but hey, I've gotten the 7th one. You can't tell me I didn't do this. There you go. Now we got ourselves some good old-fashioned Silent Honor Boy. And I could revive my Dragon Dude, but I don't have anything to combo with it, so I'm not going to do that yet. We'll save it for later. Now we just need to hope that he doesn't have a one-stop shop to Crystal Wing. Because if he makes Crystal Wing, we basically just lose. That's all we really have at this point. Is like, you know, Windwitches, they're beefy if they can get their one thing out. But if he can't do much of anything. Alright, well, Silent Dark, he just comes back right away. I gain some life points. He can't attack. Like, what was it? He can't attack this turn. But that's so. Ooh, oh, fish. Oh, fish. I can't play this card because I have nothing banished. If I had a fish effect, if I had like an effect monster that was a fish or whatever banished, I could negate a monster effect. That would be nice. Unfortunately, I don't. But it doesn't matter. My opponent, I just realized, does not have enough life points to survive this. Alright. Well, that was an interesting one. We did get to do a little bit more of the sharky things. Now, again, we're not going, like, full-on here, but, you know, I went again for Barbarian Shark. But this time we get to go for the full thing with Barbarian. So that's the thing. So, let's go for third opponent. And maybe we'll try, you know, we'll try for a turbo of Nightmare Shark if it comes up. That's really what I want to do, because he's more or less the boss in respect to rank 3 Shark. Well, the Shark Caesar, but he's really hard to make. We'll see how it goes. Let's go for Duel 3, though. and see what we can come up with. We're actually on a bit of a roll today. I'm really surprised at that. So let's go for duel 3. Alrighty, our third and final opponent of the day. And with any luck, we'll just... I don't know if we're going to go 3-0 today. I feel like we shouldn't, but at the same time, it's been going that way. Let's see here. Well, I got... Oh, fish. So that's good. So let's start off with... our... princess. Gonna go for the princess, banish her off, and we're gonna summon out the hammer shark. Good old hammer shark. So we're gonna go ahead for hammer shark here. Aqua monster. That's an aqua monster. We're gonna use our hammer shark's effect. We're gonna summon out the left-hand shark. If he uses the Exceed material, the monster I summon is indestructible from card effects. So now we're gonna go ahead and do fish sequence. Okay, that's aqua. It's nice that this is such an inclusive card. So we're going to use our umbrella. We're going to return our princess to the deck because now I can, you know, do more stuff with her later. And we are going to activate the Moray of Avarice. We'll banish our umbrella. Draw a couple more cards, hey. Whoa. Wow, that's pretty damn good. Let's, you know, I said I'd try it. Let's go for the Nightmare Shark. You know? He's kind of a boss of the rank 3 pool, because he's 2,000 attack. I can attach, have him attack directly. He can't be destroyed by battle, now that I have Aquarium. Can't be destroyed by card effects. It's pretty good. I've got summon limit. I don't really need to summon anything now that I've got this dude on the board. We're pretty set. Like, in terms of just sitting on stuff, the movie, the game, this is the hand that we like with this. Also, my opponent just top deck into nothing. And I do have Shark Sticker, but I'd rather save that for later, even... Oh, wait, no. I'd still rather wait on it. You know, I could set it now, and there is some precedent to that. What does this do? Summon it out. Can't destroy by battle. Summoned. Add a card. No. Eat my fish. They're fresh from the market. And my opponents are... Okay. Okay. I don't know what to say about that. I guess my opponent... He's got like a 60-card hero deck. I guess he just bricked or something. Alright. Well... I hate to end it on that, but I gotta take my dog. My dog needs to walk, and that's the most important thing. So we're gonna call it today. And let's go into the end screen now. We'll talk more about this deck and what the heck just happened today. We'll see how... let's talk about it a little bit. Alrighty, rank 3 Sharks. We went 3-0. That's very unusual. This deck is... it's potent under certain conditions. It does have the ability to lock down with the summon limit. Obviously, you saw Torrential Tribute against Windwitch. Is a deck that needs to summon a whole bunch before it does things, like Windwitches for hire, things of that nature. Torrential's really effective against. And you got to see what we could do for the most part. I mean, a lot of our plays do revolve around the Barbarian Shark, I'll admit. He's kind of a cool dude to go into. When he dies, he lets me go into an even bigger cool dude. And that'll be your thing most of the time, but we do have other things we can make. You know, we just didn't go into them as much. I never found a reason to make Shark Caesar. He's really not good to make, but I have him in the deck. And if the option presented itself, I would have made this dude. It just didn't happen. So, this deck will go 3-0, but don't let that make you think this is like a great deck against the meta. It will not stand against the meta at all. Unless you're going first and you have like just a perfect hand, it's not going to work. But as you can see, rank 3 Sharks do in fact work. It's not super crazy build a board, but it works. It does in fact work. So thanks everybody at home for watching the episode. If you enjoyed it, you know, the buttons below, whatever. If you want to sub and all that, or like the video if you liked it. If you just liked the video, if you liked it, I'm happy with that much. And next time on the show, I got to make a list of all the decks I got to make. There's a lot of decks I would like to make, a lot of decks I feel like I should. But that's for later. So Again, thanks for watching. Memphis signing out. I'll see you guys again next time with more Yu-Gi-Ohs. Till next time, y'all take care.